They have just been able to dominate and stack possessions. That's one of the keys for the Bears today. Cannot allow Cornell to make it and take it off the faceoffs. Faceoffs are going to be huge today for the Bears to have a chance.
And the Bears did come up with the opening faceoff as off the wing came Isaac Sachs, and Brown will go on the first possession with Henry Breyer taking a faceoff win. And the Bears airmailed the pass for Henry Niehaus, and the Cornell Big Red will take over in the midfield on the turnover.
Well, there's an area where the Bears, they have to be able to take care of the ball, cannot afford to have those kind of unforced errors.
A drive and a quick score! Connor Foley was dancing from his left to right, and the Big Red get a quick one. 1-0, they'll go up on a goal by Ryan Goldstein.
They kind of rub him out of the play there to free up Kirst a little bit for that shot.
Working comes Michael Long, drives a shot, and it will be backed up by the Big Red.
Yeah, Bears sideline not thrilled with that. Felt that they might have been a little bit closer, but you saw that connection. Long looking for Kirst, who tried to go BDB.
Dalton back up top. On the run came Hugh Kelleher. Ball on the ground, scooped up. Staton came in, looked like he lost his balance. Ball will eventually be kicked out. Scooped up by Brown's Ryan Behrens. Udo behind the net, looks to roll near side, takes a shove. Big whack from Matt Dooley, one of the top defenders for this Cornell defense, all 6'4" of them. Spin dodge, shot save made by Nust. Ball on the ground, chasing after it and picked up initially by Gilmartin. Bears get it back. Followed behind the net by Brendan Staub. Down to 30 on the shot clock. Corsi, far wing. Works his way against Singer. Tries to get around him. Singer using the big pull over the top. Hughes, hands free, scores! Spencer Hughes able to collect that pass over the top from Corsi, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, really strong overhand shot there from Hughes, keeping it high to high into that corner. His third goal of the season, used the defender as a partial screen there, able to beat Nust. And the Bears, again, turning a couple hustle plays into extended possessions. And when you can shoot the rock like that, you're going to put yourself in some good spots in the game.
Releases the pass to Willem Firth, sophomore, being followed by Behrens, gives them a shove behind the net. Working is Goldstein from X. Foley dancing around, maybe playing with fire, got back in position as the ball comes near side for Long. Outside the box, a drive and a score on the run. Hugh Kelleher, all 6'3" of them, got a lot of power behind that shot. And Cornell is back on top.
Yeah, Kelleher, he's a monster of a player. First team All-Ivy last year. That's goal number 11 on the season for him. As Cornell takes the lead right back. Such a strong Dodger from up top. That's a tough matchup for anyone. And just blows that one past Foley.
McLean, Scandone, and now here comes Bly. Scandone on the run. Got the pick, tried to get inside, gets around, nice spin dodge, shoots and scores! Nifty play by Ben Scandone to get around not one, not two defenders, but also the goaltender to tie the game at 2.
Well, sometimes speed can be your best friend, and Ben Scandone turning on the juice right here, and then this spin dodge right there to get out of trouble, gets away from the check of the number 53 there, Walker Schwartz, and buries it past Nuss. Really no chance for Nuss from that range.
Being followed by Mark Witt.
You can see here's the aggressiveness that both coaches were talking about. The Bears are going to give it. They're going to chase them all the way out. They're not just sitting back in the box. They're going to get out and put some pressure on you immediately.
Ryan Waldman. There's the switch that time came from Kevin Sweeney of the Bears. Releases long, comes back near side. Casket in the drive and the score! Casket in the face-off man was able to stay on for the extended possession, and Cornell back on top 3-2.
It'll be the 7th goal of the season, for Casket in, and just did a nice job sticking with it. Found himself in a good spot. As they found him wide open on the left wing, no one picking up the face-off man.
Delasici had Hughes in front of him. Udo behind the net. Had Hopsiker for a moment on the cut. Couldn't get the pass to him. Nice spin dodge. Udo's shot is saved. O'Kane trying to chase down the rebound and will. Bears trying to extend the possession with 60 seconds reset to the shot clock.
Yeah, really nice dodge there from Udo to get in front of Cage, but Nust coming up with a big-time save, his first of the afternoon.
Delasici working his way in. Wants to bull his way in on Gilmartin. Gets around the crease, still looking to feed. O'Kane switches and scores!
Well, it being a little bit of a changeup there from O'Kane as I think a defender got a piece of his stick as he was releasing the shot with a little knuckler, able to get past Nuss.
Quickly moved for Goldstein. Foley following him. Foley looks like he wants to attack him and then gets back between the sticks.
Yeah, this is where Cornell could really pick you apart. Defenders have to have heads on a swivel here. Be aware of their matchups.
Ball saved by Foley. Ball on the ground, Mark Witt. The pickup. Ryan Barron's cleaning it out as well as the ball comes lobbed over the top to Charlie Cave. Hughes, one of Brown's 3 goals through the first 10.5 minutes of this one. Out to the left side. Turning back, Hughes wanted to take the shot. Jumps, fakes, lost the handle. Gets it back and it's saved. Nicely followed by Nust. If there's one thing we know, it's that these teams are both capable of making adjustments, so it'll be interesting to see how the chess game continues as another ball saved by Nust, scooped out of the sky by Matt Dooley, and here comes Cornell with the quick counterattack.
Got a couple pulls up here, so it'll be interesting to see if they can strike quickly.
Christopher Davis in front, the ball knocked out of the hands of, I think it was making the shot attempt was Dooley. Goldstein will resettle over the top, wind up, and a save again by Connor Foley. Ball in the air, bounces down. Goldstein picks it up.
Big dip towards about 1:45 left in this first quarter. It's been a tight affair.
Ball turns in front, big hit, and they're going to get a foul on Oliver Bly of the Bears, as he got a whole lot of Michael Long from Cadigan. Long, the rotation. He got a cutter in Cadigan. Back out for Long. Thought about the shot. Comes back Kelleher. Bears doing a good job staying in the box. Comes back out Long again. Kelleher. Good ball movement from GLE. Picked off. Trey Taylor just intercepted the pass clean. The foul off the board. Bears with an opportunity to take the lead after one, but they throw it away. The pass by Mark Witt was knocked down, and Brown comes up with it. Kirst nowhere to go, delivers the pass to Kelleher. He's being watched by Samari Staton one-on-one. Kelleher on the run. Pass ends up on the stick of Goldstein at X. Pivots to the right of the Brown cage. Kirst at the restraining line. Looks on the run, looks to ward off his man, drives a shot, and scores! C.J. Kirst on the board. You knew it was only a matter of time. He breaks the tie. It's 4-3.
Yeah, we were talking, off air. Boy, how many quarters has he gone without a single point, either an assist or a goal? Well, makes short work of that here in the second. His 46th goal of the season, and now within 9 goals of the all-time mark.
Extends his individual career mark at Cornell.
13 shy.
13 shy, 211th as the pass finds Hopsiker.
Impressive face-off win there by the Bears. Really a lot of credit for Kevin Sweeney in that situation, having to battle through.
On the run, McLean! 100 career points for Aiden McLean, ties the game.
And what a way to do it. Straight off the dodge, down that left alley. Hands completely free, and that's in the scouting report for Cornell. If there's one guy you can't let have his hands free, it's Aiden McLean. And what a way to get his 100th point. On the year, that'll also be his 16th. And missed 1 game against UMass. Back with a vengeance now.
Turn behind the net. Follow there by the Bears' P.J. Bean. And it comes back to Waldman, 20 to shoot for Cornell. A little nice move to get around Bly. Pass to Kirst. He's looking to feed. Gets it up top Long. Tries to force his way in, gets around Bien and scores! Got a bounce shot past Connor Foley's left leg. And Cornell once again regains the lead as the seesaw battle continues.
Yeah, Long just so strong that time on the dodge. His 19th goal of the season. Able to just wiggle past the defender. A nice hard shot to beat Connor Foley. And again, just enough space there to get his hands free. Bears unable to collapse in on him, and he makes them pay the ultimate price.
Long now just a couple of goals shy of his coach, who had 106 career goals. That was number 103 for Long. A big save by Connor Foley, and then enough wherewithal to back it up himself.
Doing a much better job here today are the Bears.
Udo taking a couple of hard hits from Dooley on the drive toward the net. O'Kane, spin dodge, works his way in, lost the handle, scooped up. Scandone, the one-handed shot saved by Nust. Bly picks it up and fights off Dooley, saying that Nust got a piece of it.
Yeah, he's saying he did it. Maybe he got his shoelace. Either way, the Bears will take it.
Another drive.
Boy, right in the middle of the back of Walker Wallace.
Ouch. And the Bears throw the pass away as they airmailed it for Udo down at the end line. A giveaway.
Yeah, those are those little moments. Bears can't afford to have those kind of mistakes.
The Big Red quickly advancing upfield. A shot, a quick save by Foley.
And I think if you're Brown, you're kind of okay with that type of shot.
GLE took a couple of steps, now ends up to Udo. And once again, Hughes. Nice switch.
Yeah, Hughes looking a little bit more lively than we've seen him this season. It's like he's fully fit now.
And Mateo Corsi on the run, releases a drive and ties the game at 5.
And again, just a little bit of wiggle, some good footwork there from Corsi. Found himself with his hands free and just lets it fly. And you know, if the Bears can get him going, all of a sudden that adds a whole different dimension to their offense. Just his 3rd goal of the season. Take another look here. A little split, gets it on his left hand, defender as a screen, and blows it past Nust.
15 to shoot for Cornell.
Interesting matchup here. Short stick on Long.
That's
after the switch. Yep.
Bly comes and wins the battle. Bly with a clean takeaway causes the turnover with that short stick, and the Bears complete another clear.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe Mateo Corsi get a little bit more run. Looked pretty good on that last goal.
O'Kane in front, and the Bears are in the lead. Jeremy Hopsicker in front from O'Kane, and the Bears take their first lead of the game. Faceoffs trending very much Cornell's direction as Kerr's shot altered and intercepted. Well defended by the Bears. Staton just took a shot in the helmet.
Well, it looked like a trip too, almost.
Yeah.
But again, that's cursed on the ride. He is one of the top attackmen in terms of caused turnovers and gets that possession back. Was maybe trying to do a little bit too much on that shot, and you could feel his frustration right now, the job that the All-American Charlie Cave has done on him.
And a big wind-up and a pole goal for Walker Wallace. The big fella got himself free, and Cornell has tied it at 6.
Second of the year for Wallace, and a huge answer for the Big Red with 3:25 left in this second quarter. But again, it all started with the ride from C.J. Kurtz, able to win that ball back. And the Bears yet to have a man up today either. I think that's part of the conversation. Only a 1:30-second push on the Bears. That's been the only flag of the day so far.
Bears are going to find their way underneath the ball, scooped up. It looks like Casken's going to get it. And he does. He'll be on the run. Hands up. Saved by Foley.
Huge moment there for Foley.
The Big Red have won 26 games in a row as a program against teams with a record under 500. They are not prone to being upset. As Kirst just finds his way. Sometimes he has power, sometimes finesse, and in that case, little bit of both as he tucks one in to give the Big Red a 7-6 lead.
And don't forget speed. We talked about it earlier, how dangerous you can be. Now watch, he gets the separation here up top. Just got that little bit of a pick set. That took Charlie Cave off his line, allowed Kirst to have his hands free.
Bly on the near side of the box, behind the net for Hopsiker. At the time, the go-ahead goal was Brown's last strike. Here comes the double, releases Scandone, comes back to McLean, has some room, and it's saved. A going 5-hole. Nust able to get his split down. Cornell, who has trailed only once this season.
And now the late change here on personnel. Bears are going to have to hurry to adjust.
It was Kelleher, left side. They look for the feed. Good job by Taylor on the slide. Kirst, hands free, releases a pass, and a score! Kirst feeds Dalton, and Cornell leads 8-6.
It's all about the sub game on that possession, Mike. Once they made the late switch, the Bears couldn't get settled. They wound up in a mismatch as Cave wasn't able to stay with Kirst, and Dalton makes them pay. That's his 9th goal of the season, a big one. Put Cornell up by 2 with just 10.9 seconds left.
14:49.
Second straight possession, Scandone for McLean on the near side of the box as Brown rotated it back clockwise to the other side of the box.
Oh boy, running right through the pick.
Hopsiker on the ground. Udo trying to pick it up out of traffic. He can't get it, and it'll be scooped up by the Big Red's Charlie Box.
He can be a difference maker from the midfield position.
Has the ball near the restraining line, about a half minute on the shot clock. Feeds it in front. Hopsiker's pass, or shot, was disrupted, ended up more of a pass. Udo, his shot is saved, and that's going to be run down by Cornell. And the turnover caused by Mateo Corsi on the ride.
Yeah, there's that ride back. What was so impressive there.
Got it in the long run anyways. Almost thrown away. O'Kane. As a light rain has started to fall in front. The feed for Hopsiker ends up on the ground. They're going to get a crease violation.
Yeah, went right into the circle there, did Hopsiker. He's taking a couple of big shots there in front of the net.
Goldstein comes back long near side. Half minute on the shot clock for the Big Red. Oliver Bly following long. Here comes the double. Pass airmailed a bit. Kelleher's 6'3", though, is able to go airborne for it. And finish! That might be our man goal of the day so far. Kelleher bowls his way in and gets his second of the afternoon.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to stop once he gets going on that dodge bike. 12th of the year for him. Just absolute power shot. Almost ripped it through the net that time.
We've seen that.
We have seen it. Actually, a Cornell player did it, but just got that little bit of contact with Richter, knocking him back on his heels just a touch. Enough to get the separation, though.
Faceoffs were pretty even in the first half, and we've seen the teams trade the last couple here in the second. Now 10 of 19 are the Big Red. Pass. Shot. That's saved, and that is going to be a backup just barely by Michael Long.
But just 21 on the shot clock here for the Big Red.
Cornell has led this by 2 on a couple of occasions, never 3.
And a pick takes out Cave.
Swim dodge to get around. A shot saved by Connor Foley. He has the ground ball and sends it ahead to Dillmeyer. Out ahead, Taylor. Left side, shot, and scored! Brady O'Kane on a clear that started with Foley for Dillmeyer, denying Kirst, and out ahead the Bears are within 1.
Well, the Bears' ball of energy on one end. Connor Foley getting the job done, stops Kirst. And a transitional goal for the Bears. They would love to get going even more in transition if they can. A great rip there from O'Kane. 2nd of the day, 5th of the season. And brings the Bears back within 1.
On the run, here comes the double. Good shift and slide by the Cornell D as getting up was Singer to deny a path for Scandone. O'Kane over to the far wing. McLean, the feed. Hopsicker, the shot, saved by Nust.
Yeah, only 3 goals so far, 2 for the Bears, 1 for the Big Red.
The Big Red looking to once again re-extend their lead.
Here's where Kelleher's been so dominant. Gets that dodge moving.
And he gets yard sailed by Mark Witt.
Wow, Mark Witt, the veteran.
Inside 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Bears down to about a half minute on the shot clock. Delicici shakes and bakes his way around the defender. Turns, shot, save, ball on the ground, and picked up by Singer. Waldman followed by Samari Staton over the top. Kelleher!
Ooh.
That shot was blocked by a body. I think it hit Staton.
It either hit Staton or it hit Firth.
Either way, the ball remains in the possession of Cornell as Witt follows long. The feed comes over the top. It's picked up by the Bears. They have some time. They lost the handle. Charlie Cave barreled over, and he's a little slow to get up. Hughes, Bly, and O'Kane. Bly with the ball. GLE comes back right side. Hughes had his hands free, comes back up. O'Kane feeds it in front, and the low to high from Hopsicker in the middle.
Yeah, it looked like his hand almost slipped a little bit. Again, it's been raining off and on here this afternoon. Just didn't seem like a clean shot there from Hopsicker.
Hughes drives a shot. Plenty of time for Nuss to see that one.
Yeah, almost too telegraphed there from Hughes. Felt like could have.
Dimitri setting a pick. Scandone tries to use it, gets some separation. Pass picked up by O'Kane.
What a grab.
I'll say. Comes back ahead. McLean's shot. Saved by Nuss. Ball on the ground, picked up by the Big Red, and then quickly dislodged. O'Kane, and now Hopsicker off the ride. Comes back across. Here's Scandone.
CJ Kurtz and Long and those guys, but the defense has been rock solid all year long. Nuss improving as this year goes on as well.
It'll be a good pickup by the Big Red as that pass was intercepted by Jason Singer. And Singer, Staub, and Dooley are a real good pole unit for Coach Busick, but the Bears with the ride. Take it away. Here comes McLean on the run. What a trail check by the Big Red, and the Bears will give it away.
All the short sticks, all the poles, working as a 7-man unit as Coach Torpy wanted.
You know, Mike, there are no moral victories in sport, right? I mean, there are, but there aren't. At the end of the game, one of these teams is going to win, one of them is going to lose. But Coach Torpy telling us he was focusing on results after growth as O'Kane scores! Connor Foley should get an assist on that, and we're tied at 9.
Well, Mike O'Kane completes the hat trick on the day on the assist from the netminder Connor Foley. Brown Nation, Brown State loves it here in Providence today as they finally even things up. They've been trying for almost 15 minutes more of action, Mike, and they finally get it done. Watch this assist from Foley, a great grab from O'Kane. Is able to dust the defender, goes low on Nust. Oh yeah, I mean, he said, from day one, the guys that bought in, they have, as a group, committed to what they're trying to do here in this change of culture, change of styles, and it's something that is not easy to do.
A wind up in front and the finish. What a feed long for C.J. Kurse. He finishes a hat trick of his own, and it's 10-9.
Well, that's just absolutely bad luck for Brown right there. I mean, hard to even, I guess you have to give him an assist. The ball kind of got checked out of his stick as he was trying to feed it across.
Scandone with Bly and McLean, the midfield unit. Bly over to the far wing. McLean's shot handled by Nust. Ball on the ground. Picked up. And getting a crease violation. I think stepping in was Hopsinger. To work both the clock and the efficacy of this offense. So we are now inside 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
And here's where situational awareness for both sides is key.
Oh, and a 5-hole split. Getting underneath Willem Firth and had a bit of a tough luck first half. Finds his way through and gets the Big Red back on top by 2.
Yeah, first of the day for him, 17th of the season. Comes late here in the fourth quarter and gives them just a little bit of a cushion. The jump shot over the defender going low on Connor Foley. Not a lot of space there, but somehow Firth finds it. What a great game for them to have today. Tight one, hard fought, as they're going to find themselves in a lot of these down the stretch and hopefully come later in May.
For the Big Red, next up for them is a non-league game against regional rival Syracuse as Kirst powers one through to make it 12-9. Cornell's lead is back up to 3.
And sometimes some things are just inevitable, and CJ Kirst with his 4th of the day, just an absolute rip over the head of the defender Trey Taylor that time. He was in a good spot, but the shot just better. Look at this rip there. And was able to blow it past Foley. Can't discount the effort that Coach Torpy and men have put in here this afternoon.
Inside 2 minutes to play. A wind up and a score! Willem Firth is going to get 2 fourth quarter goals, and the Big Red lead is now 13-9. And now folks will maybe look at the scoreboard and see, maybe a 4-goal lead for Cornell and kind of shrug their shoulders at it and say, well, Cornell did Cornell things. Game a little closer than the 4 goals, but Firth has had himself a terrific fourth quarter.
Yeah, just a good little turnaround shot that time. Finding that little sliver of space.
Ball over to that far wing where it's picked up by TJ Lamb. Hurst out at midfield. He'll trot to the near side. As we will wind things down here from Providence. And Cornell will head back to Ithaca, still unbeaten in Ivy League play